Batteries on Idalia.
Bad news for millions of people here.
Idalia.
Idalia. Idalia. Idalia. Idalia.
Idalia.
Good morning, everyone. So today we are actually preparing for our first hurricane warning. We are not in the path of this hurricane, but we are expected to see some storm surge, a lot of heavy rain, and there is a chance that we will get some flooding here where we're located. There's a high tide. Our canal actually comes up to the very top of our wall out there. So there's a chance that with this Hurricane Idalia passing by, that we'll get some of that water coming up into the yard. So today we're gonna go around the yard, we're gonna clean up everything that's on the ground. We're expected to have some high winds here as well. We're kind of on the Gulf side of Big Pine Key, so we're out near the edge where we're gonna feel the most force of the island. And so we're gonna go around, we're gonna clean up all the debris, anything that may blow around in the winds. Not sure what wind speed we will be experiencing here. So I'm gonna go around the yard, I'm gonna pick up all everything, electronics on the ground, just in case there's flooding, and just prepare for that. It's gonna be salt water coming in, obviously, so that's never good. That corrodes everything. It shouldn't be too bad here where we're at. We're not too worried. We're not gonna be evacuating since the storm's not heading towards us. But it will be, like I said, evolving from a tropical storm into a Category 1 hurricane as she passes by us up into the mainland, and she's probably gonna hit Tampa. So we're not too concerned. We're not evacuating at this point. We're just preparing. This week I'm also preparing just in case for future hurricanes. We've got the camper full of water, we've got food, propane, stuff, hurricane supplies, all ready to go if we need to bug out. We are seeing a lot of activity right now. It's the end of August, beginning of September. We've already witnessed 6 or 7 storms. I believe 2 of them have turned into hurricanes. Currently, Hurricane Franklin is off the Atlantic coast, heading out to the middle of the ocean. And we have Idalia, who's just been named. She's going to be passing by tomorrow about 1 or 2 p.m. So we will both be at work. I will be heading home shortly thereafter to check at the house. Other than that, we just cross our fingers and hope we don't get too much flooding. We will keep tracking that along. We both have storm trackers on our phones, and we're keeping up with the Weather Channel and the news and listening to what the experienced neighbors have to say. So follow along and join us on our storm watch.
If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there.
So I'm just going from room to room, checking for any cords or electronics that are on the ground because we don't know this house very well. We don't know if it actually floods or not. We're only, I think they said, somewhere between 3 and 6 feet above sea level, which is not that much, especially if there's going to be a storm surge of up to 3 feet. So we might see a little bit of water. My guess would be in the front screened-in area, but probably not in the house. But better safe than sorry. We'll be keeping an eye on the camper in case we need to raise it up a little bit. I like to keep it low to the ground in case the winds get strong. We probably wouldn't get flooding inside the camper, but a little worried about the belly pan and all of that stuff getting soaked in salt water. So we'll just keep an eye on that. We'll raise it up if needed. It is up against the house, which should block some of the wind. The wind is most likely coming from the other direction. So we'll see. Just preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. I'm sure it'll all be fine. Been about 2 hours since I spoke with you last, and we are about T-minus 24 hours before Tropical Storm Idalia passes by us, turning into a hurricane off in the Mexican Gulf. And the winds here are picking up slightly, just mostly gusts, nothing too crazy, probably no more than 25 or 30 miles an hour. The clouds have started moving in. As you see behind me, the sky is mostly clouds now, and that's all that's changed. So we'll keep you guys posted and we'll see what happens later this evening into tomorrow afternoon. All right, it's 5 o'clock this evening. The dark gray clouds have moved in. The wind's about the same, but it feels way more humid. The air is very, very moist right now. Not sure what the level is, but a lot more humid than this morning. We came in just in time. It is downpouring now. So I just looked it up on Storm Tracker, and Idalia is currently reaching hurricane speeds. So she's transforming into a hurricane there on the western point of Cuba is where she's at right now, or about an hour and a half ago, about 4 p.m. on Monday. So she is whipping around, flooding Cuba right now, and she is on our way up north. We'll be seeing a few effects of her passing by in less than 24 hours. All right, good morning. It's Tuesday morning. Today, Idalia will be passing by in the Gulf of Mexico. She's been upgraded to a Cat 3 by the time she hits landfall. May upgrade even higher than that. Here this morning, the wind gusts are about the same as yesterday. The ocean level looks about normal, but the clouds up high are flying by quicker than normal. Nothing extreme, but quicker than normal. Starting to rain a little bit here, and I heard just now on the news that high tide is in about an hour, 8:52 this morning, and tonight is the super blue moon. It's a full moon tonight, which means it's a king tide here. It makes the tides rise higher than normal when we have a full moon out here. So they're checking. The high school has a little flooding on the ground down in Key West. Our street, which floods during a normal heavy rain, is looking dry and fine for now. So we will check on that in about an hour. Nick leaves in about an hour, so he'll know if the road is flooded then. Alright, so I just got off work, and there's been some sideways rain and some winds. Nothing too extreme here. We've been watching the Weather Channel, and there's some crazy stuff happening out in the Gulf. It's pretty stormy on some of the southern islands, Key West, and I saw a video from Summerland, which is pretty stormy right now. But here on Big Pine, it's not too bad so far. We're gonna go home and see if there was any storm surge in the backyard. We do have a camera out there, and so far it doesn't look like there's any flooding. So I think we're safe. For now, there is a small break in the storm for us until about 6 p.m. tonight, and then it's gonna come down pretty heavy again. But I think the eye of the hurricane has already passed by us, and we should be pretty good. We're just getting the outskirts of the storm because it is, I think, over 100 miles across. So we're just getting that little out bits of the storm. So we're lucky, we're safe. I hope everybody up north near the Panhandle and Tampa is gonna get hit really, really hard. I hope they're out of the way and they've found their way to a safe location, because it's already deemed a Category 3, and that may change. It may become stronger. So stay safe, friends. That drive home wasn't bad at all. None of the streets were flooded. There was hardly any debris in the roads, which is awesome because it's pretty windy right now. Definitely seen worse during some smaller storms, but I don't think the worst of it has come yet. The only thing concerning me is the neighbor did not take down all the palm fronds off his palm tree, and they're about to come down on our greenhouse, so kind of watching that. Hopefully it lands on his side of the fence. Okay, everything looks good in our yard. The tide is a little higher than normal for this time of day since high tide was this morning and it's not again for a while. But other than that, we're good. Good morning. It's about 7:30 on Wednesday. Idalia is about 400 miles away from us now. She's about to make landfall up in northern Florida, and we're still feeling some of the winds here. We're still about 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts here in the Keys, so I can't imagine what they're feeling right now. We just hope and pray for the best for those people up there, and I hope everybody's safe and out of the way. We're done tracking her for now. She is no longer a threat to us, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe so you see more content like this, and we'll see you next Tuesday on another adventure.